a complete study plan that would help you target 99 percentile in this upcoming MHCET 2025 examination. Next, I'm going to share with you a detailed study plan. Trust me when I say it's detailed, it's so that you can make 99 percentile easily achievable for you. Complete study plan is being divided into three parts. Phase 1, Phase 2, physics, you need to dedicate 1.5 hours to this daily, 1.5 hours for chemistry daily, and approximately 2 hours for mathematics daily. Right? And in the end, I also have a surprise. There's a small bonus tip for all of you. It's said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. And in order to achieve your targets, you need a concrete plan in your hand. Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to this channel, and in today's video I am going to be talking about and sharing a complete study plan that would help you target 99 percentile in this upcoming MHCET 2025 examination. So let's get started. I would first brief you about the agenda of today's video. Very first, we would understand the exam, because understanding the exam is very extremely important. You need to know about the pattern of the exam. You need to know about the marking scheme of the exam as well. Next, I'm going to share with you a detailed study plan. Trust me when I say it's detailed. It's a detailed study plan which would include daily topic wise targets. This is going to include daily topic wise targets. And then I'm going to tell you how an ideal day should look like, and what is the basic to-do list that you need to do in order to complete and achieve the daily targets, so that you can make 99 percentile easily achievable for you, right? And in the end, I also have a surprise. There's a small bonus tip for all of you, but make sure that you stick till the end of the video. So let's get started. I am sure most of you know what the basic exam pattern is. If you are from the PCM group, so you're going to have two papers. Paper 1 will have 10 questions from the standard 11 syllabus, 40 questions from the standard 12 syllabus. Now, what's the catch? Mathematics will have 2 marks per question, whereas physics and chemistry combined together will have 1 mark per question, right? So in short, you're going to have 50 questions from mathematics, right? And the total marks is 200 marks, and you're going to get 180 minutes to solve these exam, right? So this is the basic exam pattern. You need to be clear about this. I'm sure most of you know about it, right? So let's move on. Now I'll talk about study plan. Now we all know that the tentative exam date is 19th of April. If you have looked into the calendar released by CET, it would be between 19th April to 27th April. But anyhow, you have to be prepared, completely prepared before the 19th of April, right? So now this complete study plan is being divided into three parts. Phase 1, Phase 2, and in between the phase 1 and phase 2 you're going to have a small study break for your 12th board exams, right? So if you look now, I'm recording this video on 3rd of December, and I'm supposing you have seen this video before 5th of December, because this study plan begins from 5th of December, right? So in the phase 1, that is from 5th of December to 15th of January, you're going to have some time to prepare for the CET exam. And then in the phase 2, that's from 11th March to 15th April, you're going to have time to again study and prepare for CET. In between, you're having your board exams, 12th board exams starting from 11th of March. So you need to completely dedicate at least 1 month completely for your 12th board exams. So from 16th of Jan to 11th of March, you're not going to have any daily targets related to CET, but here you're going to study only and only for your 12th boards, right? Whereas in the phase 1 exam, you're going to be studying for your 12th boards plus for CET. Do not forget this. In the phase 1, you're also going to complete your 12th board syllabus, and also you're going to study extra hours for CET. Right? So this is the basic segregation of the study plan into 3 parts with 2 phased preparation. Right? So phase 1 would mainly focus on coverage of the syllabus and solving some topic wise MCQs. So you get into that MCQ mode and you understand how to solve the numericals in that short period of time. And in the phase 2, you will be comprehensively focusing on revision plus giving full length tests, right, in the phase 2. Now, what should your daily to-do list look like? Now, this is apart from your college. I'm supposing you have college from like 9 o'clock in the morning. I suppose if you have college from 9 o'clock in the morning till say 5 p.m. in the evening. So I'm sure you might be having your college, you might be having your practicals, you might be have tasks to complete your journals and so on and so forth. But you still have to put in efforts and you have to remove 4 to 5 hours per day completely dedicated for your CET preparation, right? Because you need to put in these efforts. Only then you can say that I'm close to putting in my max efforts, which would give me my max result, right? So you need to remove or find out time. You're having 24 hours in a day, you need to find out time and dedicatedly give 4 to 5 hours per day only for CT preparation. And this is non-negotiable, you have to do it because we have very less time. We just have like 4 months to CET. We have very less time, plus we also have our 12th boards coming up, plus you also have the board practicals coming up, plus you guys have your college. So you need to work really hard for the next few months. It is a very crucial time and you have to work very hard. You need to put in your efforts and you need to limit your distractions because this is a very crucial phase for your preparation, right? So now how your daily schedule should look like. Now I'm not giving you this strict timetable that you have to wake up in the morning at 5:30 and then study till 7:30 and then go to college at 8 o'clock. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to give you your daily targets. So number one, you need to understand what your daily targets are, and number two, you need to try completing your to-do list. Okay, say for example, you are a morning person, you might wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you can complete these targets. If you're a night person, then you can stay up stay up late in the night and complete your targets. Or if you find some break during your college in the afternoon, you can go to the library and try completing these targets, right? So your objective for the day should be कि ये targets मेरे complete हो जाने चाहिए, कुछ भी हो जाए आपको ये मैनेज करना पड़ेगा along with your college, your practicals, etc., right? So now since I'm considering you will be studying for 5 hours per day. So I have divided these 5 hours into 3 hours plus 2 hours. So 1.5 hours for physics, 1.5 hours for chemistry, and 2 hours for mathematics. Okay, so I will be showing you the daily target plan in the video further. So you need to complete the daily target that has been given on that particular day. I will show you the daily plan. See, like for example, this is the plan. This is the plan for 5th of December. So in 5th of December, the target written over here is for physics, you have to complete kinematics. Then for chemistry, you need to complete mole concepts, its basics and its numericals. And then you have to study in maths, the sets and relation basics, right? So this is the study plan, right? So what you would do is first in these given hours you would try completing the daily targets that is being allotted for that particular day. Then you are going to be solving total 20 MCQs per day, and I am saying this again, this is non-negotiable, this is extremely important. solving MCQs is extremely important. For your 12th boards, you are going to be writing theoretical answers as well, and you also have some numericals to solve in your 12th boards. But your CET exam is MCQ based, so you need to develop the aptitude of solving those MCQs and solving numerical questions. So this is non-negotiable. You need to solve 20 MCQs per day, right? So how will you segregate those 20 MCQs? So for example, on the first day, say on 5th of December, you are studying kinematics, right? So you open your textbook, or you go through your class notes or your whatever notes, go through your notes, and then you are going to solve 5 MCQs on kinematics itself. Whatever topic you study today, you are going to solve MCQs on that topic itself, right? So this is interlinked. So similarly, 5 MCQs for physics, 5 MCQs for chemistry, and 10 MCQs for maths. Why I'm saying 10 MCQs for maths is because if you look at it, you are going to have 2 marks per question for maths. So your accuracy should be really high, because if your answer is correct, you are going to directly jump forward to 2 marks. It is going to play a very important role in increasing your score. So maths, you are going to study for 2 hours per day, and you are going to solve at least 10 MCQs per day. Okay, now next what you have to do is you have to make short notes. Now this is specifically for the phase 1, because now this is specifically for the phase 1, because in your phase 2 you are going to be focusing only upon revision, right? So in your phase 2 you need to be able to revise your syllabus in one day. So to revise the syllabus in one day, you need to make some short notes, you need to make some formula sheets, or you need to make one pagers. One pagers will be chapter wise. You can make them chapter wise, or you can make them topic wise. It's depending on your choice and your understanding. So you are going to make some short notes, short formula sheet, or one pager notes based on the given target daily, right? So this is how your daily to-do should look like. You are going to invest 5 hours per day. And how are you going to segregate it? 1.5 hours for physics, 1.5 hours for chemistry, and 2 hours for maths. So, if I say you're having a college from 9 to 5, say for example, or 9 to 4, whatever, or 8 to 4, whatever. So in the morning, if you wake up early, you can dedicate 2 hours for maths. Then in the evening, you can sit continuously for 3 hours with a 5-minute break in between for physics and chemistry. So you can do this is just an idea. You can change this according to your own timetable. Right? So this is how your daily to do should look like. This is how your day should look like, and these are the things you need to complete in one single day. Okay, so now let's look at the study plan. I am going to be sharing the link for this PDF in the description. So you can get this PDF in the description. You can also take a print of this PDF if you want to, and stick it on your table. If you want to make any changes in this, you can also make any changes. You can make changes on your own. Okay, so according to your strengths and weaknesses, you can make changes in this timetable, but I would say you can stick also to this timetable. If you want to, you can stick to this timetable. Okay, it's your own choice. Okay, so see you so this is the phase 1. This is the timetable for phase 1. So phase 1 would start from 5th of December, 3 slots as I said. First physics, you need to dedicate 1.5 hours to this daily, 1.5 hours for chemistry daily, and approximately 2 hours for mathematics daily, right? So this is how you would go on with this. Then the next thing, if you notice, you are going to have some weekly tests in between, and you're also going to have some revision sessions. Okay, so you're going to do weekly revision, and you're going to solve some weekly tests. Don't worry about the weekly tests. We are going to also provide you with some weekly tests onto our portal, so you can subscribe to the channel and check the description box for the further updates. So you're going to have some weekly tests as well with weekly revision, right? So like for example, let's look at the maths. So say in this week you have completed quadratic equations and progressions. So your weekly test would be based on these topics as itself, right? So this is about the weekly test, right? So now till 15th of January, you have completed, till 5th of January itself, you have completed the syllabus. You have completed the syllabus. So till here, you have completed the syllabus. You are done with the formula sheet. So your formula sheet is done. Then you are done with your one pager should be created till here. One pager notes should be created till here, right? So you're done with everything by 5th of January. Now from 6th of January to 15th of Jan, you are going to revise everything once. Okay, you are going to focus on your weak topics. There is some buffer day for completing your weak topics. Okay, and then you are going to solve two full length mock tests. You're going to solve two full-length mock tests, one on 10th of January and the other on 13th of January, right? So don't worry, we would provide you with these full-length tests. You can check the description box. We will share a Telegram link where you can download these question papers with us, right? Then from 15th of Jan till 11th of March, I would say since your exams are starting from 11th of Feb, board exams are from 11th of Feb till 11th of March, I suppose, right? So this is the tentative schedule for the 12th board exams. So this is the break for you to completely focus on your 12th board exams and to study for that, right? Then from we will start with the phase 2. We will be starting here with the phase 2 from 11th of March. So again, first within the first week we are going to do a quick revision. So we will complete the whole revision within a week. Why? Because we have already created one page of notes. We have already created short notes. We have already created formula sheets till in December and January. So once you enter March, you would be it will be easier for you because you have already created everything that you need to revise it in a very short time period, right? Then from 19th of March, you would again resume with giving your full length test, your sectional tests. Okay, see, you can see we have started over here, and tentatively you would be giving approximately 13 full length tests in phase 2. So in phase 1 you have given two full length tests, and in phase 2 you have given 13 full length tests. So before the CET exam you would be completing and giving 15 full length mock tests before 15th of April according to this study plan, right? So I think you can easily follow this study plan. You need to put in efforts. Effort keeping giving efforts is non-negotiable here. So you can download this PDF. I will give it in the description box as well, right? So I don't know if you have stuck till the end and if you have watched the video till here, but I just want to say that remember, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. You can take a screenshot of this, take a printout of this, and stick it to your study table. Always remember that you need to maintain your consistency. You need to put in your efforts every single day. Every single day, may whatever come, you need to show up. You need to show up every single day. Show up where? Onto your study table, and not just sit on your study table but actually put in some efforts, right? So you can take a screenshot of this quote. I think this actually motivates me to at least do something every day. So just remember that you need to put small efforts but repeat it every single day, right? So, and one more thing I want to say is whatever people have seen these videos, I feel only less than 1% of the people who have downloaded the study plan or who have seen this session, less than 1% will people will stay consistent and follow their own study plan, or actually prepare consistently for this exam. So just tell me if you really want to be in this 1%, or if you want to be in the 99%. Because if you come into this 1% club, you come into this 1% people who study consistently, this would lead to giving you 99 percentile in your exam. So comment down and let me know if you really want to follow the study plan, if you really want to be consistent in your preparation, and comment down and then close the video and comment down and tell me if you really want to be into this 1% or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time, and let's clear the MHCET exam with 99 percentile. Thank you so much, everyone.